Yo, it's Brian here. Today, going to be talking about the San Francisco 49ers. As always, going to be talking about the injury report and final thoughts for this game against the Green Bay Packers Sunday Night Football. I'm excited for this matchup. Hopefully, you guys are as well. Primetime matchup. We haven't had a Sunday night game in a while. Been a couple of years now because we haven't been that good, but now 9-1. I think the 49ers are prime position to make a nice playoff run, and we'll see where that leads us to. But for now, let's talk about this game against the Packers, and going to be talking about a lot of injuries for the 49ers. So, yeah, let's just get into it right here, right now. But first off, I want to talk about the Green Bay Packers in this situation. They are looking pretty good for the most part. There's a couple of guys questionable, but everyone else, they're fully healthy. They're ready to go, and that's some good news for the Packers. So, having everybody available, that's a great thing. I wish we had that luxury, but unfortunately, we do not. The only guy that is going to be out for this game is Cole Madison, their backup guard, more of a rotational guy, but it's not really going to make the biggest difference. It's not like a starter going out. So it is what it is. But, injuries do suck during practice, but it happens sometimes. So he will be out for this game and probably the rest of the season for the Packers. And going to the San Francisco 49ers, we have a ton of injuries. We have a couple of guys that are out. We have a couple of guys that are doubtful for this game. Guy that is out is Joe Staley, definitely, and he's the only guy that's ruled out for this game. 3 guys are ruled as doubtful, so they probably won't be playing this game. Very small chance, but when you hear doubtful, that means you're not going to be playing at all for the most part. 3 guys listed: Matt Breida, D Ford, and Robbie Gould. Those guys, they are most likely not going to be playing this game. I think the rule of doubtful is about like 75 to 80% chance they will not play this game. And D Ford, that's going to be a big blow to the 49ers defensive line, not in the sense that they're going to lose a step or two, but just having a nice, I don't want to call him a rotational player because he's technically a starter, but to be able to rest up, rest out during the games and not play 100% of the snaps, I think that's a very beneficial thing for the 49ers, and that's been a great thing for our defensive line. So now with him probably being out for this game, Nick Bosa is going to be the man for our defensive edge rusher, and I expect him to have a great game. Hopefully he can have his coming out party like he did against the Carolina Panthers a couple of weeks ago with a 3-sack, 1 interception game. And yeah, I'm expecting a lot from him for this game. He has been a little bit quiet in terms of the sack department, but he still has been able to pressure the quarterback. And, as I keep saying with him the whole season, he's good at getting to the quarterback. He's good at taking the charge to the quarterback, but can he get the quarterback down? That's the only really small question I have for him. But other than that, to see him play for all the snaps and the majority of the snaps for this game, I think that's a really cool thing. And I'm always watching 97 on the edge every time the Niners defense gets on the field because he can wreak havoc along with DeForest Buckner and company. You guys know about the defensive line. They're really good, so that's all I have to say. And a couple of guys questionable for this game. Emmanuel Sanders, Deebo Samuel, both are receivers. They're questionable, but for the most part, I think they'll be playing for this game. George Kittle, big news, great news for us in San Francisco. He has been practicing this week, and he is listed as questionable for this game. So I'm assuming Shanahan and Kittle, they're going to activate him for this game. That's going to be great. When I say Kittle, he looks like he's ready to go to play, and he really wants to play. I know he wants to play, and we all want to see him play in San Francisco because he's a very pivotal point in this offense. You guys know this for the past couple of weeks now, ever since the season's ever started in 2019. Jimmy Garoppolo, that is his go-to guy, along with Emmanuel Sanders. So if he's ready to go, if Emmanuel Sanders is ready to go, then the offense can get going. And yeah, for the most part, everyone else is looking pretty good. Nobody else is on the injury report. And hopefully the 49ers, with the guys being out like D Ford and Joe Staley and them, they can handle the injuries, and I think they can do a really good job in this game. So, yep, that out of the way. I want to talk about some final thoughts for this game. What to talk about. With George Kittle and Emmanuel Sanders probably playing this game, I think that's going to open Garoppolo's playbook up quite a bit. He can get to him, either of them, really, to be honest with you. The running game, I don't know. It's been looking kind of suspect just because everyone's been loading up the box on Coleman and Mostert and all those guys. So, really, I think in this game, and probably from this point forward, I think you should do what Bill Walsh always does: pass to set up the run. Just make Jimmy throw the ball, make the defense go back into a safety position, I guess you want to call it, take them yards back so they have to defend against the pass, and then you can use Coleman and Mostert and Kyle Juszczyk to hit the running game. I think that's what you have to do now if you're the 49ers, because I feel like every team on the defensive side of the ball, every defensive coordinator, including Mike Pettin in this game, they will be loading off the box. They would dare Jimmy Garoppolo to throw, and with the guys that he has on the receivers and tight end positions with Kittle and Ross Dwelly, I think that can be a very successful combination. So if I'm Kyle Shanahan, I would definitely pass to set up the run. I don't think you should be running to set up the pass anymore for the rest of the season unless you have a terrible run defense like the Cincinnati Bengals or something like that. So, yeah, that's the biggest takeaway for the offensive side of the ball. Jimmy Garoppolo throw early on, get some yards, make the defense respect the passing game, and then you can use the running game to end the game quickly. And defensively, got to get to Aaron Rodgers, got to get to Aaron Jones, the Aaron brothers, I guess you want to call them, and the defensive line led by Nick Bosa and them. I need them to pressure them definitely because Rodgers, he's mobile for the most part. I guess he's not mobile like Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson, where he can just run freely, but he can get around the pocket, he can dance around the pocket and make some nice passes. So they really got to contain him there. And Devontae Adams and company, Scantling, you got to protect them. Emmanuel Mosley, Richard Sherman, they have some assignments for them, so I expect them to do really well. Mosley, as we all know, number 41, he's been doing a fantastic job all season long, taking over for Witherspoon. And Witherspoon himself, he did pretty good for the most part against the Cardinals last week. So we have a nice rotation in the quarterback position. I expect him to do really well. So yeah, I mean, 49ers, if I'm picking them to win this game, which I did in my prediction video, I'm picking them to win just because our defense, I think they can contain Aaron Rodgers a little bit, not completely, because I think he's just a great quarterback. Something will happen with him, but for the most part, I think they can do a really good job on stopping their offense. And Jimmy Garoppolo, I think he has to throw in the air more often in this game and early on in this game to set up the run. And that's what I believe in for the most part. If this is all wrong, then I don't know anything about football, which, I mean, I really don't know anything about football because if I did, I'd be coaching right now. I'm pretty sure all you guys would be coaching right now in the NFL or even the high school level if we knew a thing or two about football. This is just me ranting, but yeah, whatever. So San Francisco, Green Bay, as I keep saying for this whole week, exciting matchup, battle of two NFC Titans, and hopefully the Niners from this point forward, they can win every single game as much as possible because we all know they have one of the toughest schedules probably in NFL history with 3 teams ahead of them that are having an 80% winning percentage. So that's insane to see that. I've never seen that before from a team, but 49ers, I hope they can do it. I think they can. This is a great challenge, and hopefully they're not backing down at all, which I do not think they are backing down at all. But the thing is, really, every team is 0-0. So, yep, that's it, guys. I'm ready for this game. Hope you guys are as well. Be watching Sunday Night Football, and I'll probably catch you guys up tomorrow on a Saturday when I get a quote-unquote hype video, which I don't know what I do, just talking even more, but, get a little bit more excited. So, that's it, guys. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day.